All right, we're going to teach you how to make an Oreo ball. Yummy goodness. All right, so the first thing we do, we take sleeves of chocolate with white standard cookies. Some might call them Oreos, but since Oreo is not paying me, or Nabisco for this, I'll just say any white standard chocolate cookie of your choice. Of course, we do call them Oreo balls, but not because we're stealing anybody's trademark or anything. So anyway, you'll get Oreo sleeves of cookies. And usually you want to do at least 2 or 3, but you don't want to do a whole lot more than that, otherwise you'll just be smashing the bag and poking holes in the bag. So you need a Ziploc bag. You gotta be really strong to open these. Can you open these for me, camera guy? Okay.
No.
I got it. All right. So this is 2. We'll do 3. So if you can count higher than 2. God. You all right? I think my camera guy just died.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So now we got a few sleeves in here, and we want to empty some of the air out, but not all of it. And then we just smash, smash, smash. I've already smashed 2 of them, and you want to get them into a pretty good, almost pummeled like a powder. You don't want anything larger than maybe a kernel of corn in there. So you end up, after you get these down to smaller pieces, you use your fingers and kind of crunch them. And if you have something flat, you don't want to use a mallet, because a mallet may be pokey and you don't want to rip the bag and you're going to have little pieces of chocolate. You can use something like a metal spatula to really punch them, because once they're good and powdery, then we dump that powder into the bowl, and you can almost can't even see the white frosting stuff anymore. And then we take a softened Philadelphia cream cheese, which you don't have to use Philadelphia cream cheese because they're not paying me for any advertising either. But I like to use good cream cheese. Not that Philadelphia is the best cream cheese, but I do like to use really good cream cheese when I'm making it. However, you can still use any name brand cream cheese, and quite honestly, it's going to turn out pretty darn similar. So we'll open this up. It's been softened. It's been sitting out on the counter since, I don't know, at least 30 minutes, maybe an hour. And then you're gonna put that brick in there. You see that? And then you gotta make sure you have really clean hands. You wash your hands really good. I've already washed them, I'm just doing this for show. Ooh. Tops and bottoms, in between, rub them all together, now they're clean. We hope, anyway. All right, so then literally we're gonna mash this in until it makes a good consistency. And you'll know because it'll be able to roll up into balls. But this right here is 2 sleeves and 1 cream cheese. Now I may end up adding more cookies to it, I might not, it'll just depend. That other one is 3 sleeves. And since we're gonna make a really big batch, I'm gonna put the 3 sleeves and the 2 sleeves together once that's all mashed up. And then we'll make it into a nice, yeah, because this is quite, you can kind of see the consistency of this. Maybe if my camera guy gets into the bowl a little bit. But you can kind of see the consistency of this. And it's a gross thing. I mean, my hands are gonna be covered with chocolate in a little bit. Anyway, so we're gonna keep this up, and you won't be able to see it, but we'll have a little pause, and we'll come right back to how to ball them up and coat them with chocolate. So thanks for watching so far. Next part will be coming up shortly. Just point at me when it's on. All right, I got my hands washed again. I got the extra 3 tubes smashed. You didn't have to wait around the grueling 12 minutes to watch me do that, so that was probably funner for you than it was for me. All right, and there's another. So right now our ratio is about 5 sleeves of chocolate cookies and to 2 you know, I think they're what, 8-ounce things of cream cheese. So show them how this is done. Can you point at the bowl for me? Thanks, bud. So again, you want to get this really well smashed in there. So all the cookie is really pushed into the cream cheese. You want it to be a good texture because we're going to roll these all into balls. We're going to roll them into balls. That's our next step. And then we will take those balls and we will refrigerate them. So we probably won't have to, we're going to tray them up and refrigerate them, but we probably don't have to stick them in the refrigerator because, computer, what's the temperature outside right now?
Right now, it's 14 degrees Fahrenheit.
14 degrees. So I imagine it's pretty chilly in the garage right now since we're in a 150-year-old house with no insulation in the garage. So we have a gigantic refrigerator. So that's where we will end up putting these. So, all right, I think this is just about the right texture. You can kind of see it's a little sticky. We'll be able to take little pieces of it, roll it up into little balls, and we'll get them cooled off. All right, be back in a minute. All right, so now we get out a couple cookie sheets, have some parchment paper. Oh, we're gonna have to save that for cookies. It was too small. All right, enough parchment paper to cover the whole pan. Oh, perfect, perfect. All right, and then again, as I showed you before, seconds ago, we're just gonna take this goop, and I like to make them a little smaller because the chocolate is gonna make them bigger anyway, and they're super rich and super delicioso. So you'll just make a whole bunch of little, you know, quarter size, maybe smaller. You could even do dime size or nickel size if you want. But I like to try to keep them all about the same. And we're gonna just make these until this whole tray fills up. And then I'll be back to show you what that looks like. Oh, so you can see, takes a little while to get these going. You get them all balled up. They don't have to be perfect, but you know, they should be. No, I'm just kidding. They don't have to be perfect. And then we will take them out to the garage. We'll cool them off for a while, about an hour. And then I'll be coating the chocolate on it. Now that's called almond bark, which you can get just about any grocery store. No particular brand. I think all the major chains have their own almond bark, you know, stuff, and it's in the baking section, pretty easy to find. We'll work on that once these are back from the garage. All right, see you in a minute. All right, so now we take almond bark, we microwave it, 30 seconds increments, takes about 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes, and then it'll come out nice and milky. Now I do white and I do the chocolate. These both just came out of the microwave right before you joined us. And then we take, you didn't see that. Then we take the chocolate cookie balls and cover them gently with the chocolate goo. And then we keep going. And then we do white ones, we do chocolate ones. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I just like really want one. Like, can I just like take it without the chocolate?
Yes, but then no. I'm kidding. You can, but you won't. Here, go do a shameless plug.
A plug? What's that?
Did you just eat an Oreo ball
Yeah.
with no coating?
No chocolate.
It's so good.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
No?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Okay, we'll pause here and then we'll show them after we finish quite a bit, okay? Now after these have cooled off and they're hard and no longer sticky or soft to the touch, you have Oreo balls. Well, or chocolate cookie balls, whatever you want to call them. And they're good. All right.